I was at McMaster. I started first off just in general humanities, and that was for first year. And then I chose for second year to do an English major, and then I also started first year art at the same time. So I attended from 2007 till 2012, so I did 5 years here. Well, my current job title is Business Development Coordinator, soon to be Business Development Manager, and it's for the Hamilton Region Conservation Authority. My role with the Conservation Authority is mainly to bring in new business, and the way they approach it is from a community perspective, not so much those hardcore cold call sales. So it's making connections in the community and finding links and just finding those ties that maybe haven't been there before, and then look for opportunities to create revenues for the Conservation Authority. We have a foundation, so they take care of the donations, and my role is mainly to bring in actual business. A typical workday for me is very not typical, I assume. So it's totally whatever happens that day, basically. But the average tasks that I would be faced with are, making contacts with, building a yoga in the park day, for instance, and building a program from scratch. Or I do a lot of the location filming throughout the Conservation Authority. So location scouts call me and they say, "Can we meet at this place?" And I take them for site visit. I think that a lot of the transferable skills I gained from my humanities degree would be things like the writing skills, the comprehension, the ability to talk to people, which is a huge part of my career, is being able to understand, culture, understand, those elements of our community that maybe I wouldn't have been so well learned in if I were to do another type of degree. And I feel that the humanities degree in general just opened my mind up to a lot of different ways of thinking about the people I'm dealing with. I was at McMaster as well. I TA'd 2 classes, and I did the after-hours life drawing class. I instructed that while I was here, and I was also on the Arts and Art History Society as a treasurer. So I was kind of all over the place, and I did a lot of volunteering while I was here, just also outside of the university. But the specific things from being in university that I feel has helped me in my career too are things like meeting deadlines and being able to, write something and having to you're not always on your own schedule when you're in your career, and you need to always be keeping up with what's being assigned to you. Everybody has a boss, right? Preparation outside of the humanities degree, I think, is important because it's a great degree. It's a great program to be in, but it's not as specific as some of the careers are asking for. So while I was in university, I was volunteering on boards of directors in related fields. So places there maybe I couldn't get a paying job, but at least I was volunteering there and making those connections. And it's finding those areas where you can volunteer that people will know you, and when you graduate that you have those people already who recognize you and say, "Oh, she's a great worker, he's a great worker." And the other thing too I noticed was when I was working part-time as well through university, I was trying to find part-time jobs, paying jobs too, that could be still beneficial on a resume as well. So I tried to pick things with event planning or with some sort of business background in addition to the work I was doing. And I think that was really helpful, and especially now when I'm hiring people, that's always what I'm looking for. When I was looking for a job, I really relied on people I knew, to be honest with you. It was a lot of, while I was volunteering and whatnot, I would ask people who were well known in the community, like, "Have you heard of anything? Is there anything that you can help me find?" And usually when they see that eagerness and that initiative, people are more willing to recommend you for jobs, and that's a big part of it as well, is finding those people to recommend you. But it's so easy now to job search online, so that's always a default answer. But my main thing was speaking to people, because I nailed my current job by a specific person I met through a part-time job, and they recommended me, and that's how I got through. My main piece of advice would be to just do things now that are going to benefit your future, because you always say you have more time, and when you graduate, it's scary, and you have to pay off all your debts, and you have to find a job, and there's a lot of pressure. But as long as you're doing those things now to prepare, you'll be set. You know, you need to build your resume where you can.